There's my face. Hello, everyone. Yep, so we got our poll results, such as they are. We've got, yeah, it's Toph 1, Shredder 2nd place. Pretty strong showing from One Punch Man and She-Ra. So, yeah, so it looks like we are going to want to be drawing Toph. Where's my... Yeah. Toph from The Last Airbender. Toph Beifong. She is... I think she's actually even younger than the rest of the kids who were already too young to be saving the world. But, she's definitely shorter than them. She's also blind. And she could possibly kick all their asses. She is a badass. So yeah, let's add that down there. Get my stuff. Switch size. So yeah, greetings everyone. Here's got my we've got some of my prototypes there from the simpler art style that I'm trying to work on. Sort of, you can see these cartoony, less detail, but they're supposed to be kind of crisp, and so we have some challenges here because Toph is a kid, so I've got to figure out how to draw a kid, and also like just different proportions, you know, and also she's the first woman of any kind, although she's not a woman, she's a girl at this stage. That's okay. Yeah. So yeah. Just to show you, like, I didn't bring all my examples, but I mean, here's the difference between regular Daggerface on the left, the way he tends, how he most often appears in TDDC, and then the version on the right, I'm not super happy with, but I'm just trying to figure out, like, what are the dwarf proportions, how do I simplify it? He doesn't need the anachronistic, like, studded leather armor, which I think a lot of historians have been arguing is not actually a kind of armor. It was, like, misinterpreted from other kinds of things. It's not like studded leather is a type, but that's it. So yeah, so I gotta figure out how to draw Toph in the style of these new Daggerface and Minion sprites, and the mediocre sort of little one version that I did here. But yeah, could Toph defeat the Magnificent Daggerface? Well, it depends whose show it happens in. Also, Toph does, spoilers for like Last Airbender, Toph does learn how to bend metal. That might not go too great for Daggerface. He might not appreciate that, but, yeah. Just like comic books, it depends whose, like, comic book you end up in. Yeah, already rubbing my eyes. We're like 3 seconds in, so that's a good sign. So yeah, I gotta figure out how to get started on drawing. I really should have done more like warm-up. I just had to post a stream in all these places. So the idea is not to trace them, which is, I mean, I have done a certain amount of tracing. The Rajas are I don't know if that's really a spoiler for Arestria. Have you not seen... Gotta type it. Have you not seen Last Airbender yet? It's a... Yeah, anyway. It's not like a... I would say it's not the biggest... It's kind of annoying. It would be a very annoying spoiler for Orestria, probably. But anyway, we don't need to get into that. But yeah, so I have to figure out. This is a good one because it shows like all her clothing and stuff like that. But yeah, I've got to just start drawing it. I can't just try and steal all their colors. I think little one would look good with an afro, possibly. Okay, so first let's create a symbol so I can have layers and not get it mixed up with layers. Toph. Okay, actually, I better bring my prototypes in, or sorry, my guide images in here with her, so that if I copy the colors, I get the actual colors instead of having to go back out all the time. Fix. Toph is a death machine. So, hair, back. I probably shouldn't spend so much time naming layers, but it's hard, because there's some right amount of time. I don't know what that amount of time is. Let's start giving her a face. How's her head shaped? I guess her head's got to be a little bit larger relative to everything else because she is a kid. Alright, can't decide what I want, everything. So let's see. Just if I want to get this face. So this is the problem. That's why I don't usually use the round shapes. I usually try and draw everything starting from rectangles. Because when it starts with a round shape, it has like a... It has very messed up sort of points. Like I take... If there's... what is the key? A. Stupid key to see like... these are the vertexes because it's all vector art, right? The computer, as far as the computer knows, this shape is really just 4 points and a color. There's probably some other stuff in there like alpha, but like stored in the computer, this shape is only 4 points. Then if I do this, well, it's still just 4 points, right? But this circle is, well, it's already got a whole bunch of points there, and if I try and do anything to it, they all warp and do weird stuff. Whereas if I start from rectangles, things make more sense. Like I can control it. Oh, whoops. Ah, stupid outlines. Do I really... I need to teach... I wish there was some way I could tell this program, when I draw a shape, I never, ever want an outline. Just like, don't put a line on. If I want a line, I will give it a line. You can do it after the fact. You can hit S and then click it, and then it gives it the outline, right? There's no use, but I never want it when I draw the shape. Okay. I'm talking a bunch... Since Restria is not going to be here for most of the stream, it's probably not going to be as good a question and answer stream, which I'm sorry about. But that's okay. I'm going to try and draw. Just going to get her face shape a little bit. I have a terrible like eye for art and ability to art things. This is all going to be hidden by hair. So this part's not important. That part doesn't matter at all. Let's cut off this bottom and... Do I really want to round it a bit more or not exactly? Okay, take off the locking part. Because vector art, I can like zoom in as close as I want, pretty much, or as far out. So I'm gonna take this and just round this little section here. No, that was too much. Because she's got a little bit of a sharp chin. Maybe that means this has got to come up here. Just trying to fiddle over this. I'm probably gonna fiddle less precisely over some other parts, but in terms of making it look like Toph and not some generic whatever, getting the chin right is probably a big part of it. I'm blowing my nose all over the place already because allergies. I haven't been sick all year as far as I can tell because I've been in pandemic mode. But yeah, we humans, the way we have, as most of us have like an area in our brain that helps us to identify faces. And that cartoon characters, it's amazing how like little it can take necessarily to sort of trigger that area of your brain to think about them in that way. See what is and isn't that character. Okay, we're gonna call that her face for now. Face. And then I gotta draw hair on top of it. Oh my god, it's doing the outline again. Screw you! No outline. What part of no outline do you not understand? Why did it turn back on? I don't know. Yeah, that's right. It's like 12% art, 20% me explaining things, and then 50% like complaining. And then some other shit thrown in. I'm gonna put the hair in its own little instance. Just drag the image closer so I can still see it when I zoom in. Now the hair, this hair part, I don't have to perfectly copy to make it look like Toph, because her hair moves around, and part of it, her hair just isn't perfect a lot of the time. So making it a perfect facsimile of her hair is not important. Let's give it another layer so I can do stuff without messing up the previous ones. I mean, you probably wouldn't be that careful with your hair either if you were blind. No, why did I do that? Undo. This one on its own layer too. Now, one of the things is that I try and do everything basically in a lineless art style, which has advantages and disadvantages. There's some advantages of not messing around with lines all over the place. Of course, I end up having to use lines in select places for certain things, but I do kind of like the lineless stuff. So if I take this out, that already, like, looks not terrible with her hair, right? Yeah. You're careful with your hair. My hair... The camera is low-res enough in this tiny little image that my hair's not looking monstrously bad, but it's pretty bad. I have a terrible sort of, like, slick-back / mullet thing going on. It's not long enough to put in a ponytail that looks decent. And, like, it's... I had long hair for a significant period in my life. There's nothing wrong with guy having long hair. I kind of like the long hair. But my hairline now doesn't particularly support, like, any kind of long hair that looks good. Stupid. I don't want her cheek to look so pudgy. Like, it's a little pudgy. Yeah, trying to be finicky over, like, the face shape and not the everything else. That's the plan. So her hair here actually could go a little bit bigger. Yeah, put this in the corner. Locking the corner. Are you... Is locking on or off? Where's the stupid thing? Oh my god. Okay, it's on. The stupid magnet there, sometimes it can't tell. Okay, I want locking on. Select all. Lock into... No, it doesn't want to lock because I have multiple shapes selected or something. I don't know why. Anyway, I just want to be able to stretch it from that corner particularly. Some of that is there's hair under there, it's just darker. Maybe I'll just undo whatever it just did. I think that's black. I'm gonna copy it. Yeah, no, it's exactly black. Okay, very simple. I'm colorblind, I don't know these things. Yeah, I guess I could take... Well, no, because this is gonna be on top and that's on the bottom. I better not, like, take it. Whatever. That sounds fine. We're back. Someone else has a Widow's Peak of Doom. Thing is, mine's a little bit round, so I can't even do a good Vegeta cosplay out of it. Also, Vegeta's short, and I'm like 6'4", 6'5", so... be tall Vegeta. I could go as King Vegeta. And I can keep the mustache and goatee. And this... gotta have more curve to it. What the... what's going on there? Now I gotta take this back hair. Okay, that sounded weird. It's not her back hair. It's just the back of her hair. Totally different thing. The English language is terrible that way. For bouffanty, whatever you call that thing. It's a little bit peaked, eh? Like, kind of just lop off the top of this circle and give it a little bit more, like... that looks a little bit... yeah, that's not quite right. Here. See, anytime now as I try and stretch the circle around, life gets mad at me. Like, it is not... It does not adjust as nicely as things that started as rectangles. Okay. And then, I want to put the tiara on top of this... I'm probably on top. Bangs. I should probably figure out what my hotkey is for adding a layer. I just haven't added a layer. I haven't added a hotkey for that, even though I have hotkeys for a lot of things. Zuko... little one shrug off the fire. Zuko can produce a lot of fire. Like... Little one's pretty badass. Like, don't get me wrong, he might win, but suggesting he could shrug off the fire, just, I don't know. That just strikes me as a little bit too casual there for what would happen. Okay, tiara. And yeah. So what color? The back color of the tiara is that. And figure out what. Should I do her ear? Actually, maybe I should tack an ear on here. Ear. So I'm gonna draw the ear starting from a rectangle because that works better for me. Ah! Don't move the hair. The hair is fine. Get locking off. Ears. The hair is curved a little bit around the ear. Right now I'm drawing her. I don't know if I'm doing it in the style that I'm going for particularly. At this point, I'm just trying to get her at all. Like, make it look like her. Then I'll worry later about whether it fits the style. The problem with my style is I don't know how much of a style it is. Little one uses the lightning breath, like, not that often, because he hasn't done anything to improve it, right? Like, his lightning breath does terrible, pathetic damage for their level. Considering how weak the damage is from it at their level 13, 14, whatever it is, considering how low damage it is, he actually uses it a fair amount. Like, he sees it's a utility thing that he has, he likes to try it out. And sometimes it's useful. Okay, the problem with this ear is there's a little bit of a curve there. Okay, lock everything but the ear. And then I'm going to select the ear and give myself a little curve. Oh, that looks more like her ear now. Hooray! Okay, I'll worry about detailing the ear later. I'll compare it to the other characters and see how that goes. She's got a little, like, fuzz thing. A little puffball, whatever the heck this is. Might be supposed to be a flower. I don't know. Puff ball. There, it's a Toph. I guess it's a Toph ball. Let's just, I just want to make the outside of it a little bit less regular. That's basically all I'm doing. Okay. I wanted to just select the outside. Then I realized that's not what's going to happen. It's always going to select what's inside the selection area, right? But it doesn't matter, because I can just cut it. Ah! Delete. Paste it back. There. Look at that, the puffball. It's irregular enough. You have one on the other side. The puffball be bigger? The puffball should be bigger. My scale is a little bit different than the image. This one's a little bit smaller because it's farther from our point of view. Okay, now that we have appropriate puffballs, we can go back to, what was that? No, that's puff, whatever. Tiara. I named the layers, but they're like, actually, I have this soundproofing sort of box around my microphone that's just off camera, and I'm actually like, look, I can barely see these names past the corner of it. It's close enough that if I close one eye, I can't see them. I've closed the other, so it's in that area where you get a little bit of like overlap between your two eyes. Optics. Some of my music is louder than others. Okay. I'm tiara-ing. That's what I'm doing. Let's change the tiara to outline. So it looks like it has sort of the two layers, right? A simple curve. And I'm trying to go fast. I know it doesn't look like it, but I'm trying to go fast here, so let's see if I can not spend forever on every detail. Okay, so that's not bad, actually. I'm going to do straight selection lasso. Okay, there's one. There's a word that... You know how often I say the word lasso or lasso? Basically never. I don't even have a firm idea of which way I pronounce it, let alone which way is correct to pronounce it. Ah, god damn it! It didn't do what I wanted. Whatever. I'll get you, Tiara. I am very pro earthbending. Like people say, like, what? I don't want to argue what's the best kind of bending, because that's just a pain in the ass argument, but my favorite kind of bending would have to be earthbending. If I could pick one, definitely earthbender. They make things that are more permanent. Whoops. Which obviously would appeal to me, right? But yeah, they're just... There's a lot of heft to earthbending. It's a little bit curvy. Whatever. We're gonna call that good enough for Tiara for now. Tiara. Label them so all the tough parts come up. Now, her ear is a different color than the rest of her face because I took the color that is actually from, like, some shading. Maybe I'll just put it back to the other color, actually, because I'm not doing the shading so much right now. Okay. So now, I have basically, like, without tracing, I've basically traced her face. So at this point, I just need to put an actual face on her. I need to put a face on her face. You heard me. What the hell is layer 8? Oh. Puff back. Okay. More interesting question there, Appa versus Rainbow Dash is, can Appa carry, or Appa? It's more like Appa than Appa, isn't it? Can Appa carry Rainbow Dash? But basically, can Appa carry an animal of the same size and mass, basically, that doesn't fly? I don't know if that question is adequately answered in the series. It might be. I don't recall an occasion. I already don't like the tiara. It's fine, but it could be more tiara-y. It should probably have its own layer for the 2 parts. That would help. But I want this. No! Did I lock the wrong one? No, it's just behaving stupidly. Okay. This entire exercise is just going to be me saying, I need to not spend too much time on something, and then spending too much time on that thing. Like, we all know how this works. It's a little better. Because they kind of need to, they should have more separate arcs. Turn locking on, lock it to that point. Ah, no, that's not better. Look at that. Ew, look at that nub. Zoom, zoom. Is that not that's not even connected? How did I get that not connected? That is like a special level of whatever the hell is going on there. Connect. I don't know how I did that. Okay. We're back. Okay, it looks good now. Back to Operation Give Toph a Face. Like, I know she doesn't really use them, but we still gotta give her eyes. Bye, Restria. Try and get next time on a day when you don't get called in to work. Actually, looking at this... where is that? It's in the bangs symbol, because this stuff is poorly organized. That I have that, right? Let's just cut that out and go like up like this. Because the part under the tiara appears to be black. There. Yay! Okay. Save. Yeah, saving is good, you're right. Crazy not saving so much. Zuko versus any of Nuclear Dan's characters? Yeah, that... I don't know. Maybe if TDDC came back... just put them in a Last Airbender campaign. We already ripped off Star Trek, right? Just last... And the Fire Nation attacked. And then joined them, obviously, because what else could possibly happen? By the way, for anyone that hasn't noticed, I don't know who would have found my live stream and not known, but I did finally finish the PDF version of Another Gaming comic and put that out for the Loremaster patrons, $4 and up on unet.com/Patreon. Okay, we're gonna log that. That's finally up there, and you can skip ahead instead of waiting for them to come out. They're coming out one a day, which is much better than the people who went through it the original, like, the original release where it took years and years and like a week between comics and then 2 weeks between comics. It's all going to come out at one a day now. I still have to figure out how I'm going to put the excerpts on the website, but in the PDF, we do have the Old Evil campaign text excerpts, so that's fun. Lots of people have made their own Avatar, like, mods for D&D, usually 5th edition. I don't check out any of that stuff because I don't care that much. Sorry, I'm just, like, talking and the art thinking. Like, the art thinking is already a little bit hard for me, and then the talking isn't helping it. So let's figure out the whites of her eyes. Okay, first off, let's put the bangs on, like, transparent, like, just, like, the outline here. That might help a little bit. I need to expand this timeline. Show me more layers. Less art, more layers. That should be my philosophy. Let's actually put the pics at the bottom. Her eyes are kind of covered there. My other image show more of her eyes shape. Oh, it does a little bit. I mean, her eye shape changes because she's drawn by actual animators and stuff, so obviously there's more, like, They're gonna change all the time. That's the other question. How do I do eyes? Oh right, I have my simplified version. The eyes are simpler. Oh! I get to cheat like crazy. Oh yeah. I had forgotten what I was doing. I don't know exactly how to show Toph's eyes because again, she blind. Okay, her eyes should be bigger because she's a child. Oh my god, that is actually not bad. Turns out I don't like where I put her too close. It's like the way it's overlapping. Yeah, no, that is actually not bad. Stick to the dot eyes. They're big, they're wide. They don't show any expression because she does show expression with her eyes somewhat. She shows, you know, more with her eyebrows, but she really does not. Her eyes are a little bit less expressive than average, even in a very, like, expressive show like Avatar, because she's blind. I'm gonna say that another, like, 50 times in this stream, I'm pretty sure. Pupils. Well, that saved me a lot of trouble doing her eye shape. This is why we have a simplified art style, among other things. So I gotta do her brows. How are the brows looking in the bigger picture? Dark curve there, because we're angry. Yeah. Ah! Locking off. Locking on. I have to have a hotkey for that lock thing because I'm turning it on and off constantly. Okay, let's take this and make it the curved version of the same thing. Flip. Shrink. Adjust. Put her hair back in. Yeah, not bad. Okay, needs a nose. Now our noses are done by a simple line. In fact, I'm gonna go in. Whoops, no, not the sword. What? Is his head locked? His nose is locked. Damn you! Can't put the nose behind a paywall. Okay, nose. Why did I name it nose when I've already got the eyebrows on there? Wow, he is at a different zoom level than she is. That is actually not bad for her nose, because it came out smaller. Yeah, Toph has a little bit of a problem. She has to keep... You have to keep reminding everyone that she's blind, because her senses are so good. Despite being... She has a little bit of the Daredevil problem, although... I think they... I feel like they do a little bit better job with Toph than Daredevil. Daredevil just appears to have no drawback whatsoever, right? He can, like, see paint draw and stuff. Oh, this... I don't expect to... I don't actually plan to change the... like, Little Durgan asked, how many episodes before the new style? I don't actually plan to change TDDC to this style until we get to TDDC 2, basically. When I have to start over, I'm going to need so many new assets at that point anyway. I'm going to do them all in the new style. The plan, like, I made the new version of Draven more to match the other characters. The plan is not to change everyone again. Because I operate on copy and paste. So I'm just like, I know I'm spending a long time not doing anything, but I'm just kind of like looking at the nose, thinking, I kind of like the nose like that. Thinking, I want to bring this strand of her bangs down a little bit more. Unlock this shit. Just because my guide image there. She doesn't need a mouth. And I have to rethink the size that things are on her face. Because she's got... Yeah, like... She's a child, so it's not that weird for her face to be a little bit bigger like that, but I feel like it's just slightly too big. Now here's a weird... I can take things, I can stretch it wide, right, or stretch it like down, whatever. There's if I hold Control Shift and do the corner here, I can do a thing where it's trying to stretch the bottom, like the bottom vertexes of the shape, and leave the top the same. How's that? That is slightly smaller. I also have like a bias towards just wanting like narrower faces to be more attractive, which is, you know, not necessarily ideal, but that's what gets bred into us by like culture and cartoons and everything else. That's still, assuming that this is the same, she's probably going to have to be scaled down a little bit anyway to be the same scale as them. Did I lock the pupils? No, I didn't. Okay. I'm being colorblind. I can't actually tell, or I can barely tell the difference between selected and not selected for this pupil color. Seems crazy. I can sort of see because it's like hashed with dots or whatever, but yeah. I'm gonna take the entire face. Whoa! Is that... I don't know if that's good. It's not bad. I think the nose needs to be just slightly bigger. She's got a mouth. Mouth is very small right now. Ain't that big. That! No, die. Go, what the, oh, it did the outline thing. That's what's going on. I was like, if I draw the shape over itself, it should delete itself. So I was like, what is wrong with that little corner down there that was not going away? It's because it was the lines interacting with my shapes. And I'm like, I'm not using lines. Why did you give me a line? Even though I am using lines for the nose, so joke's on me. What is the thickness of this line? Stroke size 1? Yeah. That is pretty thick. Is it really only stroke size 1? There's only stroke size 1 there. Okay. I don't know. Yeah, mouth looks really bad. Actually, that looks massively better than it did a second ago. Now I find her cheek too big. I'm going to keep finding her cheek too big until I change it until it doesn't look like her face anymore. That's the big problem we're going to run into. Trying to get the curve right and also get rid of the... Son of a... I mean, at this point, she's going to be recognizable anyway just because of her hair. People with face blindness are like, I don't know what you're even messing with. Face blindness, by the way, a real physical condition. I briefly mentioned the fact that we have, like, an adaptation. You know what, if I move this up, get her mouth closer to her chin, I think that actually fits better. Something like that. Okay. We've spent a whole bunch of time giving Toph a face. It is a perfectly good face. Actually, I should probably call that... Here, let's... I'm gonna go into library. Toph. Toph 1. We're gonna rename this Toph Head 1. Then I'm going to grab my pics, because I want them to be on whatever timeline I'm actually working on. And I'm gonna encapsulate Toph Head 1 inside the new Toph 1. So that I don't have all those head layers to mess around with when I'm doing her body. And by body, I mostly mean clothes. See, now I can just move the head. Woo! Okay. No, I have a couple friends with face blindness, oddly enough. But yeah, there's that little part of your brain that is normally, it's like a graphics processor, right? Where your computer can process graphics, but you get a graphics processor, it's specialized, it's supposed to do a better job. Most of us have like this little part of the brain, somewhere near the back, I think, whatever, that is like a graphics processor for faces. It just like quickly recognizes faces. In fact, it's so good at it, that's why you look at a light socket and you're like, face! Like, those are eyes, because you just naturally, you have this highly specialized piece of equipment that is just trying to recognize faces. And then, if it's someone you know really well, often you can recognize them from so far away that you can't actually see enough details to have reasonably recognized them, but your brain has, like, got this profile in there that is just, like, that matches the profile. Which also makes you see other people in a crowd and think it's the person you know, and it turns out not to be. People with face blindness, though, they can be looking right at your face, and they don't tend to remember as well. They like me because I have glasses and a mustache and stuff, and all these things that make it easier to easier to tell me apart. You know, go off your clothes and stuff. Okay. Get back to work. Okay. Turn off the line. Go away, you stupid line. I don't want you. Nobody wants you. Toph has a neck. Now, I don't know if I actually want to copy her pose. I'd rather have her just standing isometric like everyone else. So, neck. Head. So, above the neck, we're going to put the collar. Although there's a backside to the collar, too. Let's see. I like big round collars. They're cool. Okay, we'll call this the back part of the collar, actually. Or will we? Because what I need to do... Oh, did I lock the neck? I did not lock the neck. Lock the neck. Okay. Select this. No, not the head. Take that inside color. Curve this down. So now we got that. This inside color part, that's going to go to the back. Front part of the neck. Collar back. Or B is good enough. Collar F. Oh my god, I've been on for 45 minutes. I am so goddamn slow. This is supposed to be the fast art style. Yeah. Okay. So we got that. Now let's actually move these both up a little bit. We don't need quite that much neck. Okay, lock the back one. Now take the front one and just chop it off there. Actually, we're isometric on this side. Probably be more. It's fine. I should probably zoom in more for this. Make it curvier. And of course, the way I did it, the back one is good at the top, but it obviously is not right all the way down. Lock. Alright. That is colorific. Yeah, now, in front of the back collar, we have some of her shirt. And by shirt, I think it's more of a gi. I don't know. Maybe it's not specific enough to be a gi, but I mean, that's closer to what she's got there. Just like a gi with a vest, basically. Or probably not, and someone who knows more about clothing and or martial arts will, like, kick my ass for that. But, oh, sorry. This is above the neck, but behind the collar. Gotcha. Unlock. Stop messing with me, lock thing. Actually, yeah, we're changing the angle a little bit. I gotta remember, I'm not sticking... I stuck to the angle of her face, kind of, but I'm not sticking as much to the angle of her everything else. Why did I do that? Okay, this thing needs to go out, because it's going to be covered up anyways. We don't care. It may or may not actually connect to the sleeves. Probably not. We just want this thing here. And then lock that. Neck. Neck make go down. Okay. Down a little bit. vest. What is... Oh. There's theoretically a stage area. If I was going to export this, that's what it cares about. I don't care about that at all right now. Like the stage match the background. I don't need it right now. Because this doesn't stand out very well against the white to me. On the monitor, it probably would on the monitor I normally use on the other computer, but yeah. Okay, hold on. So we've got a general shape that does cover sort of like all of this. Okay, whatever. I'm going to make it symmetrical because I don't care. This part's going to get covered up by the belt anyway, and then I'm probably going to have to adjust the proportions a whole bunch. Okay, so this is sort of phase 1 of the vest part. But I need to... This is where you run into, like, lineless style problems. It's like, if you're doing a lineless style, this is like 2 things of the same color. I've got to differentiate them. You kind of need a line. Okay, so I'm going to take this part of the vest, actually, and I'm going to put it behind. Because she's conveniently... I'll figure it out there. What is beeping at me? Yeah. That's right. I don't have... Oh, doesn't matter. Okay, there's nothing. Stupid... So we got the back of the vest there. There's the majority of the vest, but I want a vest overlap. Oh, we're still on the right color. So here's where I want to take it like this, but I want to curve it around. And then it actually comes down here. Which means my shirt part is going to get in the way. That color doesn't stand out as well as I'd like. Let's make it, I don't know, blue. That should be visible outline. Did I not? I didn't name it. Ah! Shirt, neck. When I don't name a layer, that's when I need it to be named. So that's why I keep trying to name the layers. So like this one, I want to actually get out of the way. So it's not visible there. This comes up to there. And it sort of comes across. Whereas this, here on this side, this is actually supposed to match up. It's supposed to just be like the same thing. So having it match up, that's the easy part. That matches up. But I've got to put some... Usually what I do for shading is I grab black, and I give it 30% alpha, and then whatever it is just lazily shading whatever colors are there. Whereas actual artists, I'm told, develop these weird alien things called, like, color palettes, and they figure out, like, oh, what is the color to shade this particular thing, or something. Like, no. My level of color ability is nowhere near that stage. There will be no color palettes when I'm doing things. So I'm just going to take this line, and I can make it darker if I needed to, but using the transparent black to do shading is my general cheat. So I get something like that. And I'm going to... whatever. I'm going to call this detail. Which is probably a generic name that I'll regret later, but I usually have a layer called detail. I gotta give that little, like, thing there. That looks like a gold color to me. Oh, right. What I hate is you select a color, and then the alpha stays on even when you, like, eyedrop or something else. Okay. So, when I need a gold color, what I generally do is take yellow, and then add 64 to the, to the blue value, and end up with this thing that's more whitish than whatever we had before. Give me that outline again. Actually, give me this outline too. Because the thing is a little bit more sort of like bow tie shaped. Ah, no. Lock mode. Add vertex. You do like that. Is that what we got? Close enough. I need to go and add my shading down here too. Ah! Not want to drag the whole thing. Okay. Whatever. This is already vastly sufficient for what we're going for. I'm not saying I'm making this for my D&D game. I'm making this. This is drawing practice, basically, is what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get better at drawing. I'm trying to develop a style here, because it's not really a style other than having dot eyes. So the fact that her eyes are colored compared to everything else would stand out if everyone else just has little, like, black beady eyes for the most part. So I guess that helps. Okay. So that's actually, most of her vestal area is actually fine there. So we're going to call that done. I'm going to lock, well, I'm not going to lock detail for now. I'm going to want, what is this? Oh. Vest shade. Oh, why did I capitalize it? Now it doesn't match. God, I'm so slow at this. I'm sure talking slows me down, but on the other hand, you got to take into account that doing it in front of you guys, it frees me up, because I can't just, like, stop doing it forever. Here, on a detail level layer while we're at it, we're gonna add another, like, shade section and just look, that little bit of shade on her, her chest there that's, like, that says, hey, I'm like a fabric or something. Oops, I went too far. Got rid of something. There. Look at that. Ooh. Fabric. Okay, so now, so that's fine. I need to, over top of the vest, I need to add her belt. Gotta turn the alpha back to 100. Stupid. I hate having to do that all the time. Okay. That's her belt color. Belt is curved. Belt is going to extend out a little bit past her vest. It's fine. I think actually it's going to go down, because I'm going to have her standing straight up and not copying the position there. So then on the detail layer, we're going to copy that color, and we will add some, like, knobs to her belt. Copy. One, two, three, four, five. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Eh. Actually, we'll move them over a little bit so that we get one. It's kind of just like on the side, like in the image there. Oh yeah. I'm going to cut these out. Yeah, I think of it. I don't want them on a detail layer. I'm going to give the belt its own thing. Belt. Toph belt. Layer. What the? Where did it paste it? Oh, see, I can't see that that color there. I like pasted them. Like, where did they go? Okay, zoom in a little bit because obviously these positions aren't great. We don't want them. We're gonna take these. They go at the back so that they're sort of like half on. And these we're gonna like space them out a little bit more once they're in the middle. It's a little bit curved, like they should be following the bottom of the thing, and it is curved. Such a weird robot. Like, if you watch other people's art streams, they probably have like brush strokes and stuff, and like use the paintbrush tool. I hardly ever use the paint. Well, that's not true. I use the paintbrush tool, but not when I can avoid it, because that's not what I do. Okay, go back to vest color now, and actually, I will continue to put it on the vest overlap layer. Why not? Got the sort of skirt part of the vest. Ah! I don't want to select that whole thing. Select this and zoom into it a bit. Okay. And detail layer. We're gonna copy this transparent thing. Lock on. That is too sharp. Whatever, who cares? Now where are we for the bottom? We're not matching very well. Fabric. Actually. This layer is above the belt. We want it below the belt. Okay. These will instead go... Oh, vest shade is below. Ah, damn it. Okay, fine. This will then go on the lower vest level. So I can put the shade up there. Yeah, it's fine. What the... Copy. Line. Tilt it a little bit. That's too much. No, stop. What are you doing? I want the circle-y icon. Just like a little bit there. There. It's all clothing-y. Oh, she's barefoot. You know what? I shouldn't have put Toph on the list, even though someone suggested her. Because she has bare feet. I can't even cheat and give her shitty boots like everyone else. I'm just kidding. Sort of. So, we gotta do... Legs got a little below the vest. No. Pants. You know what? That's fine. In fact, we'll go and steal those and make them sleeves too. That should be on another layer, though. Sleeves. You are correct. Toph does wear shoes if she once she kicks the bottoms out of them. But I don't know. I don't think that would show it off as well. Okay. What happens here is I'm gonna have trouble with scale because I'm copying. This is a different pose than what I'm copying. It's like I want it to lock to certain things, but not to others, which is why I have to keep turning that on and off. What the? Oh, don't do it, you piece of crap. Ugh. One out. I hate when I put in a curve and it just, like, undoes it, because it's like trying to save me. It's like, oh, you seem to have made a mistake. No, you idiot. I wanted that curve. I realize there's a slight difference from what was there. Okay, and the sleeves are probably got to be smaller. Even though they should still be big. But I got to leave room for her arms in the scale of the whole thing. Okay, delete that and put the other one on. And actually, these shouldn't go perfectly in the corner, should they? Maybe these should be shorter. Now they hang down when her legs are straight. Okay. Feet. It's gonna be legs, but we're gonna call it feet. That's a little bit too narrow. Okay, lock the pants. Okay, actually, transparent pants, they're causing me problems. Oh, I don't want to click that. Lock the vest layer. And the shade layer. Okay, now I can finally select the thing that I'm actually working on. Something like that. Shoes is like gonna be a gross exaggeration here. Okay. Let's lock that for a second, just because I want to. I'm gonna select the top of this. I'm going to give it my gold color. I don't know if that's anything resembling a reasonable gold color to anyone else, but this, if you give it a, I find this color, if you give it a glint, like if you give like a white gleam crossing it, and it looks pretty goldy to me, and no one's complained yet. I don't know how gold it actually is. Okay. We've got more shirt-colored stuff under there. Here, we're gonna Toph shoe, even though it's really more just like anklets. Like at some point, like what is it even actually doing for her? Is a valid question. Probably just likes how they feel. I mean, that's pretty much how Toph rolls. Whatever, we're gonna call that I think we're gonna call that monstrosity. Shoot. I'm gonna flip this, bring it over here. She's probably have a wider stance even when she's completely casual because she's she's such a just innate like earthbender machine. But it's okay. And then back to these. I need my leg color. How do I do toes in this style? Probably mostly by not doing them, I'm gonna guess. Big toe is on the inside, duh. These things that you end up, like, thinking to yourself or, like, asking yourself when you go to draw stuff, because the amount of information that you store in your brain about what images, about what everyday things look like, you really aren't storing nearly as much as you think you are. Yeah, there should probably be some kind of lines for toes or something like that, but I'm gonna call those. Those look awesome. Awesome enough. Okay, she needs hands. And again, like, arms relative to her body. So her arms are pretty long relative to her torso. Yeah, okay. The thing is, I don't need to encapsulate this in symbols totally because I'm not, like, planning on animating it. Arms. We have our, let's face it, pretty Caucasian skin color. And, that pick is not helping right now. Put that out of the way. It's a different outfit. They change outfits often enough, but I'm just going off the one. The arm, we're gonna make the two arms different. You're right. I could cheat and say she was just holding her arms behind her back. I think I've got to do a little bit more than that here. I'm actually gonna arm one. Put these in symbols because I need to mess around with it more. Dick. Okay, so I've got arm. What is my hotkey? Okay, I've got to look it up. Like, what did... Keyboard shortcuts. Add... Insert layer. Just layer. Why is this such a short window? What the hell? Okay. That was random. Timeline. Hide. Insert. Show selected. Paste. Merge layers. Mask. Unlock. Unlock layer properties. Insert layer. Insert layer. What the hell is a key I'm not using? I don't know. Oh. You know what? F1. F1 was already used for help. Yes, it was. Add. No, not add. Just, like, okay. Did that do it? Yes. Killing the F1 opening a friggin' website help option is, like, 100% win. Your hacky is conqueror's hacky. I have no idea what that means. I think if I try and say one arm behind her back, then really everyone's gonna, like, call my shit. They're gonna be like, they will definitely not. With no arms visible, people could reasonably assume that. But yeah, okay. I don't follow One Piece. I never got into it because A, the Cartoon Network version, he's really annoying in the dub, and B, I just do not like their character designs at all. They're so bad looking, and I know that their animation is actually really good, and it's like their style, and I'm sitting here trying to do a style, but like, I hate how the characters look in One Piece. They're 1,000,000% turn off. Between that and the obnoxious Cartoon Network dub, never got into it. I know it's supposed to be amazing. It's also one of those things, like, at what episode does it become amazing? And people are like, oh, but you gotta start watching it from episode 600. And I'm like, nope. Gets good at episode 160. I'm out. Sorry, Naruto. But there's a time skip. No. Let me make this thing a little bit smaller. Yeah. Okay. And I'm going to do the same cheat as before. I'm just going to select the top of this thing. Make that gold color. If anyone in chat's telling me that's not a gold color, I haven't seen it. So I'm going to assume that I'm still unopposed and like this looks like an okay-ish gold color. What are you going to do? Again, it looks pretty golden if you put a gleam on it, which I'm not doing because I don't think these are. I'm not sure if these are metal. Actually, they probably are. Whatever. She has weird extra like. It's so weird to have the hand cloth when you don't have the connecting sleeve. Like, why? Why do you do this? Okay. What anime do I watch? Oh, I've watched lots of them. They go down the list. I mean, FMA is probably the one I would recommend to anyone. They're like, oh, I don't know if I haven't seen a lot of anime. What should I watch? Watch Full Metal Alchemist. It has everything. But I grew up with, like, Trigun, Cowboy Bebop, Outlaw Star. I can't watch Outlaw Star anymore. I have really good memories of Outlaw Star, but if I try and watch it nowadays, Gene Starwind is such a whiny bitch that I can't get through it. But Outlaw Star is like an awesome series. It's just more awesome in my like memory, my imagination, than actually watching it. Okay, but yeah, more recently, like One Punch Man, Kill la Kill. I had Kill la Kill. I watched the entire first season. Like, I wanted to watch the next episode. But the entire first season, I was trying to figure out, do I like this show or not? It's very compelling, but I I couldn't get my head around, like, it's so stupid so much of the time. And does not appeal, the illogic does not appeal to me. And then I'm trying to, like, piece together, like, is this, because it's parodying those, like, ecchi shows, those, like, light porn sort of, they're like, oh, we're not porn, we're just gonna show everything sort of shows. Just, like, strippery stuff that is unnecessary. And I don't like that kind of stuff. Like, be porn or don't be porn. Like, I don't like shows that are trying to be a real show and also be porn. Like, stop it. Just pick a lane. But Kill la Kill, so I was trying to figure, the thing is, obviously Kill la Kill was trying to parody those sorts of shows. It was trying to parody ecchi shows. The problem is, when something is already so exaggerated, it's very hard to exaggerate it farther enough to stay parody and not just become the thing that you're making fun of. That when Kill la Kill won me over was, I think, just like the first episode of season 2 when they explained their plot. And their plot is really stupid. Okay, sort of. But it's actually, it's not as stupid as it is. It's just, there is such compelling logic to its stupidity that they won me over, and they're like, I was obviously liked enough of the show already, but now I know what was going on, and there's a reason for almost everything. And the reasons are stupid, depending on, like, what you know, what kind of standards you apply to it. But it still basically has a reason for everything. And I'm like, okay, I accept this now. And so I basically love that show now. But some of their other things, not as successful. Darling in the Franxx, like, I already didn't like it as much, and then it just got worse and worse as it went. Like, you know, you have good character designs, you have terrible, stupid mech designs, and then your plot just goes down the toilet. I have actually seen Desert Punk. Desert Punk is probably... Because, I want it to be a show, don't be porn. Most of the time, Desert Punk is actually not being porn, it's being like a show. It does veer into that at little sections. But I kind of like... It's almost the opposite of Kill La Kill. Like, I had the impression that I didn't like it the entire time. Or I very much disliked... I don't know, something felt wrong about it, but it was pretty compelling and just interesting to watch, so it kept me going. So what I wanted to do was make this arm different. I did give it a different name, right? Yes. Okay. This one's gonna go on top. It doesn't matter where. Yeah, okay, it matters a little bit. It's got to go over the sleeves. Unlock that stuff. Ah! Don't give me a curve there, you bastard. A hand more like in that larger image. Where's the line coming from? Go away, line, you piece of crap. Nobody wants you. If I want you, I will friggin' select you. My hands are all like boxy. I gotta like stick to a boxy thumb. Even though it feels... Ow! Stop that. Lock layer. There we go. Alright. We're going to call that Toph. We're going to... Toph pics. I'm going to hide that. But give me that color effects. Alpha. 0. So now I've got it... What the... Did I selected away her arm, didn't I? God damn it. Okay, I see the problem. This pic is part of her arm. Get her arm back. Minor issue when you delete someone's arm. Okay, that is already Alpha 0. I don't need that. Arms, get back here. Oops, now it's vector system. Okay, so we have produced Toph. It only took us an hour and 20 minutes. Oh, thanks, Eric. Any, like, spreading of that is excellent. What about her pants, too? She's got pants. No, this is not bad. The only thing is I gotta figure out how to size it. It's not... Because obviously she's not right there. If I just decrease her size, how is her scale gonna be next to these guys? Little one is pretty tall. Like, she should definitely be shorter than that. She's a child. Okay, go on top. She looks more detailed than them. I don't think I'm gonna mess with. I don't think I'm gonna mess with that particularly, but. Oh yeah, because I had her pants like on outline while I was working on the legs, I guess. That's whatever. The level of detail is about right, honestly. I'm not sure like the scale. It's close enough. Whatever. We're gonna call Toph done. Yay, we made Toph. I did a thing, but we wanted to do more than one thing. So now. So that's... Here, I'll put Toph back on the Toph layer. Okay, lock that. So now, we have Shredder. Now, this was the Shredder I grew up with. From the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles series. There's a much cooler one from, I guess, 2003. I have watched virtually none of the, like, more recent Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle stuff. I've seen, like, a little tiny bit of... like half of them. There've been like, I don't know, 4 new Turtle series since I grew up, but this version of Shredder definitely looks cooler and also closer to what I was gonna start with the old one, and I was probably gonna end up looking a lot like this guy anyway. Probably less cool because I'm doing it, but I was gonna do the same thing with the face. But yeah, of course, the old school version was voiced by Uncle Phil as Demo Man Chaos there. I was just getting to that. Tonight we dine on turtle soup. Ha 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 ha. Anyway. Yeah, so I gotta figure out, I'm gonna get started with this. Because he's gonna be more the same size as the other characters. Not that that matters, because I can just do the scaling later. Yeah. Okay, I need to stop, like, thinking and just do it, because I've got only half as much time as I had for Toph. On the plus side, he doesn't have to look that much different than a robot. Like, he's just all armor and stuff anyway. Try and keep him isometric, like... Toph's head's on the isometric, like she's actually kind of facing the right... The picture I copied was facing the right way for the other ones. The rest of her, not as much, but... I would adjust that later if I had to, but okay. Let's try and make him isometric from the start. Match the angle that these guys are standing at. Yeah, I have the back of them too. BX has like a small amount of detail to make him stand out a little bit more. That's the thing, the style is supposed to be simpler, so I don't want to have, like, Shredder, like, tons of detail Shredder. Here, we're just gonna go... Actually, I'm not gonna do that, but whatever. We're gonna grab those and bring them in as we make Shred. I'm just so lazy, I don't want to type the extra 3 letters. Dicks. I don't know why I locked that. I'm going to keep moving them around, probably. Thought there were 2 purple-banded turtles. See, I can usually tell the turtles apart, although in the original series, it was produced so fast that they do sometimes, like, just forget to change their colors, or you have, like, in one scene, they just have Michelangelo and Raphael switched, or just both, like, orange or whatever. That's what you get for all your characters being identical. And, yeah. Just thinking. When I'm standing around not doing anything, you just pretend that that's my brain working, like, trying to figure out, digest how I'm going to turn these shapes into things. Here, let's copy. What the hell color is that? I thought I copied that from here. Okay, I don't know what color I grabbed, but it was not the right one. Yeah, well, the original series, they produced that on a shoestring budget, like, really fast, even though I kind of like the art better than later episodes. Oh no, my color vision is, like, terrible. I don't have an easily defined color blindness, but again, what I always point out is, like, see this color? This is neon green, 0, 0, FF, 0, 0. And here's yellow. FF, FF, 0, 0. So that this one has 0% red, 100% green. This one has 100% red and 100% green. These, I can tell them apart because they're side by side. If you put them like over here, I can't tell that those are different colors. They might as well be the same color to me. And like now that I move them around, like which one is which, I might be able to remember. But like yeah, I can't. Those, they might as well be the same. Even though if I put them next to each other, this is clearly different. I can tell the differentiation line. I can tell this is the yellow one. But yeah, if they're not literally side by side, they might as well be the same color to me. And then I also have problems with some reds and greens. When we play board games in real life, like red and green tokens, it just depends on the lighting. Sometimes I can tell them apart just fine, and then sometimes you get a little bit of the lighting, there's a little bit of glare on one, and I just can't tell them at all. Okay, I don't need these. That's just colorblindness test. We have Shred head here. How am I gonna... Okay, his general head shape, he's got things... Okay, it's massively, like, the wrong size. Even though his head is pretty big. Okay, here, that's what's wrong with it. It's stupid. Not a curve. It's because it's like this. This one's actually is like this. Ah! No, that's not right. God damn it. Yeah, okay. This is what I get. Trying to make it all make the shape, one shape that shows that whole thing is just not working. So, okay, enough of that. I'm just trying to, like, lazy it out more, but okay, so this... Is Shredder taller than Little One? I don't know. I don't know. I don't have height charts for, like, these guys. In this scale, I would probably put them around the same size. Whatever. I'm already doing terribly at this. Once it gets... I figure, like, it should get easier once I get a grasp on it, so... Okay. My problem is that I'm trying to do it as, like, one thing. And it's just not gonna work. So, get that. Die. Ah! How did that get set to be my color? Yeah. 7 feet in the comics. So 7 feet would be a little bit taller than Little One. Little One's, I don't know, like 6'6" or something. Black's like 6'8". Yeah, Shredder could be 5'8" and seem tall in Japan, right? Okay, what? First up, okay. This is where the pick is. Keep those layers. Pick. Side things. Yeah. Like, I feel like this... Okay, I'm gonna color this one stupidly, just so I can tell it apart. Ah! That is not stupid enough. I can't tell it apart. Okay. Because I want to be able to tell it apart while I work on it. Ah! Okay, I really hate that. When something gets turned into a curve, and then it just, like, loses all its, like, vertexes. It's like, I didn't tell you to do that. Just turns into a piece of garbage. Like, you can't move anything without losing your corners. And like, nope, it's trash. Whatever. So that's fine. Then we've got... I don't know why I'm... He's just like grays. The specific colors don't matter the way they did for Toph. But lock. Here. Curve like that. Lock off. Stop doing that. Okay, so this needs to come to a point down in the center. This is kind of curved up like that, but then you gotta give it a bit more of a curve to show that it's going around. And similar. You gotta have a bit of a straightaway here before it gets curved. The Shredder. The Shredder. This is too wide. That's part of the problem. Whatever. It's a thing. We're gonna give this back a proper color for the crowny part. It's the crown of his head. Spines. No, these things. Oops. Wait, no! Didn't want to zoom. Didn't want that. Okay. Lock the crown. It's obviously gonna cause me trouble. Shape is trickier than it looks. I'm trying to not just like trace it. I'm trying to like come up with my own thing here, but I don't know. Sides. Those blades. Lock the sides. What that? Okay. It's locking to something stupid there is causing me problems. I guess I could copy their stupid thing. Just because they're real artists and they have a better idea what to do. Yeah, doesn't look good. I didn't want to do that, then it matches too much. I don't like any of these options. Trying to go lineless, damn it. They do some weird things with the shape there. Of course, I'm trying to cheat and do this as just like one big sort of piece instead of doing the actual little flanges like I should. What the? That's not what I selected. Screw you. I hate it when it just decides arbitrarily to ignore what I'm actually clicking because it's like, it's too small. You can't possibly mean that. No, I mean what I click, you bastard. Like that. I don't think that was very good. I think I should just go for the whole thing. Oops. Nope. Ah! That is not what I want to do. I'm trying to select things and I hit the slider instead. I'm sorry I'm not watching the chat too much, but I mean, I don't have a lot of time for Shredder here if I'm trying to do the whole stream in 2 hours. Ah! Hold on. Deselect. Wow, that looks dumb. Why did that go curved? Why are you curved? A straight line select. I'm like, I clicked a vertex there, and there, a vertex, there. I gotta go back here. No, you bastard piece of crap! Merging my. I don't want to have to draw it. So if I draw two separate things, then there's gonna be a section where I'm like missing it or something. I just want it to remove triangles. Oh my god! What even? You stupid bastard! I'm gonna do this. I'm frustrated now. I'm trying to do it. I don't even think I like the result from what I previewed. It was like it's not working right. No! Preserve my... I swear at you, you piece of crap. Okay. We're going to double the size of this because this piece of crap... More than double the size of this because this piece of crap is not respecting my goddamn selections. Or maybe this under row is messing it up. I don't know. It's very simple. What I want to do is cut out these two triangles. And also not cut out this section of there. There! Was that so goddamn hard? Piece of crap. No. God damn it. See, I'm not even sure I like how that looks. I'm pretty sure I don't. It kind of worked on this side, which is why I kept going with it. Yeah. Now, after all that, no, we're gonna. What if I do half the size? Yeah, I'm just trying to cheat and not do the entire thing. The problem is I didn't space it out evenly there. Whoops. In addition to the fact that I keep hitting that. Okay. Lock this stupid thing. Except it's going to unlock when I go to undo. It's not as bad, but it's not good. Like, apparently what I'm supposed to actually do is draw each stupid single plate. I'm trying to cheat and not do. Whatever. Just come back. You gotta do the same thing again. I like... That's... All those layers are just his head. So I should really go... Oh, I did do that. Okay, good for me. I did name it Head originally, like a smart person. Okay, now we're gonna take the head and we're gonna shrink it back like 50%, because, like, what the hell? That stupid thing. The Shredder! The Hammer! Has anyone seen Symbionic Titan? Symbionic Titan was another Jendi Tartakovsky show, the guy who made Samurai Jack. But it was like his homage to, like, 80s anime. And it was a pretty good show. I really wish they had, like, a second season to answer all the questions they were setting up, bastards. Stupid. I want to know what the deal is with General Modula, but... It was a pretty funny show that also had emotion and stuff. It was just, like, well done. I'm not normally a big fan of the, like, kids, like, high school kids or the heroes thing, but it didn't spend so much time that it became on that stuff that it became grating. It really kind of did its own thing. Okay, so what he really needs is shoulder pads, and then I can worry about that. Shoulders. This part should be, like, darker. And shoulders should be the lighter stuff. Ah! Didn't expect that. Now again, I'm going for simpler style, so I should almost just stop there. It's like, that's it, that's his shoulder. Not just because I have less time left than I was hoping. Shredder's gonna be a lot less awesome than Toph. Sorry. I mean, his purpose in life is to fail, whereas Toph's purpose in life is to be cooler than everyone else. So, it does make some kind of sense. Okay, except I gotta extend that. Oops. Natural drawing skills. You have natural drawing skills? That's pretty good. If you've seen, like, when people join the organization, I send them, like, the little welcome package. There's a card in it where I do, like, a hand sketch of their organization avatar. You've seen the organization avatars. They are mostly pretty simple. My hand sketches of them are terrible. It's supposed to be part of the charm. You got a terrible sketch of your avatar. Enjoy how terrible. I did one recently who was really, really... It was, like, actually the worst one ever. I sent the sticky note where I had practiced along with the card. Say, like, no, I really did practice. I tried. I don't know why yours is the worst ever. They're all pretty bad, but yours was worse. Just the sketch, not, like, their actual avatar choices by any means. This probably needs, like, here, under. I think it needs one of these, like, under. Why did I hide that? No, I didn't want to hide that. It needs an under thing here. That's not better, but that is. There we go. We're working on it. My Shredder's gonna be pretty ghetto. I'm sorry. A chest. He's gonna have to have legs or something. Oh, he gets a skirt. Good for him. Gotta maintain his hourglass figure. Stan the Man, you are perfectly allowed to like your card, but you have to acknowledge that is not good art. Even if you got, I don't remember each one, even if yours is one of the better ones, they're still not well done. He's got like a base shape for the skirt, and he's actually goes down further, like, thing. Oops. Skirt plate. Oh, I bet there is like a proper armor word for those things, and I don't care. What the? That is not what color I selected. Bite me. There we go. Ah! Anytime I grab and drag the entire thing in one click like that, I probably didn't mean to. Especially if I go, bah! When I go, bah! That means I definitely didn't mean to. Is this something you have? There's something where if you trigger like a double click, or there's a certain way that like they think would be convenient, we made this stupid program, but it's not. Chest actually needs to go beneath this part, which means this skirt thing doesn't need to be there. I don't know what I'm doing with that. Go away. Okay, he's gonna need a belt. His belt is just kind of wrapped there, which is interesting. Because I guess it makes sense. Like, his armor apparently doesn't require, like, an armor belt. So he just has, like, a cool-looking belt to put on top of it instead. Red belt. You think everything's a tunic. There's another trick. Actually, no. Screw that. I'm just going to do this the regular 30% black. We call it 20% here, because I'm not trying to show shade quite the same way. Okay, I need to be zoomed in way closer, or the locking function is going to mess me up. What the? Block that. Yeah, that's okay. A symbol and a round thing. Gotta turn the alpha back on. Okay, it's just like that. Put that there. I'm actually going to turn that darker. Go up one, slide it over, and that gives the depth of the shape. Aha. And then, I don't need a new layer for this. Lock that stuff. Red logo. It's funny when you go back and learn all the stuff that the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles creators were putting into this, because they were just doing, it was just like a fan thing they did for fun, basically. They're like, oh, we want to make a comic, and we're going to just put in all these things we like, and it's going to be silly, and we're going to, like, reference all these other things. And so, like, I think canonically, the ooze in the comics is supposed to be the same stuff that got Daredevil his powers. It's like the same toxic waste spill. But it just all, like, some of it oozed down into the sewers and mutated the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Okay. Size 80%. Want to see Shredder as a Southern Belle now? I mean, if I was a better artist, doing, like, variations on things would be more interesting. But at this stage, I'm trying to adapt to A, draw faster, B, just, like, draw things that aren't mine. I'm, like, pushing my boundaries a little bit. And then also trying to develop some kind of a style. Yeah, there, okay. I've given him his proper logo. I don't know what was going on with that thing over there. The Foot Clan. I'm gonna try and wrap it up. Well, I was hoping you get to more, but I was also hoping you go for 2 hours, and we're about 5 minutes away from 2 hours, so I don't think I'm gonna get to anyone else after Shredder. And this is a very low detail Shredder. Like, I would really want to go back and find some way to give detail to his various things, even if I'm not doing everything that's... I'm not sure, like, why are these dark and the others are light? Like, maybe they should be the same color as his shoulders, even though maybe that's looks a little weird. I don't know. I can't decide if, like, I kind of wanted to make his... The Foot Clan was a reference to the Hand. That's the ninja organization that Daredevil fights, is the Hand. So by the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles fight, the Foot. I kind of wanted to do a thing where I didn't give him eyes, where his eye shape was just how the black was shaped by his helmet, and you just sort of, like, adjust the helm to, like, show his moves or whatever. That would take some more, like, planning and playing around. Just gotta finish it. Just gotta give him legs to finish him, pretty much. And unlike Toph, he should have fairly beefy legs. Because he is theoretically, like, a huge, strong guy who can, like, fight mutant turtles, but... I don't know. I should be separating these out, but I'm going super, like, just get it done as fast as possible now. If I wasn't before... Lock on with that. Diamond shape. I'll just copy theirs, make a diamond more like that. I gotta get to his hands so I can give him his, like, shreddies. Knives, whatever you want to call them. Shredder, no, Shredder can't beat anyone, like, competent one-on-one. All he does is lose. I realize there are other versions of Shredder where he does things that are cool and stuff, and I can appreciate that, but in the canon that I'm used to, Shredder's job is to lose. He has to be intimidating for about 5 minutes, then he becomes Krang's bitch, and he just, like, all he does is lose. It's gonna be so ghetto. Oh wow, that needs to be, like, not like that. Yeah, if I was taking more time on this, I would take more time on this. I like these kind of stupid, like, plates on feet things. Like M. Bison has. Although, if you have these, like, if you have metal boots, and you have these little extra plate things on there... greetings, late-coming person. If you have all these metal-on-metal plates here, like, how is he supposed to be stealthy with that? Like, every time you step, these things are gonna, like, clink on each other, right? Ooh, I should give him, these kinds of toes, too. Because why not? I can do that. You can't stop me. These should probably be... One of these parts needs to be a darker color, if I'm trying to go with minimum number of grays here. Yeah, Freezing Fire came in mentioning, like, AGC, which lots of people mention, and Shounen CareBears, which nobody mentions, which is something that I made. I still think it's kind of cool. I like how intentionally overwrought they are. Man, his torso is too small. Okay, let's unlock all this stuff. Take the shoulders and head up a bit. Up. Bigger torso. There. Okay, and then arms. Give his arms a little bit of muscle. The one on the other side should be underneath. Bit smaller. I would love to have the series of Shounen CareBears. I had some stuff plotted out too. Because the idea is like the thing that I made there is almost just like the prelude. The idea is the series is that Cyber Funshine, he's lost a lot of his memories, and what he has is kind of like programmed that he must kill Wishbear, basically. So you end up going back and having like Jedi battles between him and other Care Bears as he tries to sort of work his way up. And where I read a thing somewhere, there's some stupid thing like there's a Care Bears wiki or something, or just like it was some dumb marketing page. And apparently Funshine and Good Luck Bear are supposed to be good friends. So that's the thing, like, he comes back and he's all damaged, and, like, Good Luck Bear, like the green one, is kind of, like, trying to help him. Trying to help his friend to, like, recover or whatever, and ends up... But it turns out Funshine is going and, like, killing them all. So they have that, like, conflict there, and then he gets to the end, he's got to fight against the living god that is Wishbear, which is problematic, but he gets there and he's like, Wishbear, like, he has figured out somehow by that point the purpose of his cybernetics is kind of through some kind of like magical physics bullshit to make him just like Wishbear can just sense the universe more or less in a certain radius. Just perfectly knows, like, down to the molecules, basically. And so that she can't disintegrate him, the cybernetics are designed to almost make him not part of the universe in that way. So when he walks up, he's supposed to be invisible to Wishbear. And of course, and again, I had written dialogue for that scene, even though I didn't write all this show. But I'd written dialogue just for that scene, and he's like, and he's figured out some of this stuff with like Good Luck Bear's help and that. Whether or not, I don't know whether Good Luck Bear ends up fighting him in the end or not. He's killed his way, like Kill Billed his way through most of the Care Bears. He gets to Wish Bear, and he's like, I know how these things work. You can't even see me, can you? And Wish Bear's like, I can see every molecule in the air outlining your shape. And then starts, like, transforming the clouds into, like, tidal waves and, like, metal blades and stuff like that. It's like, she can't just disintegrate him, but she can just transmute matter around her. Epic battle. Okay, I gotta give Shredder some kind of decent, like, shreddies here. And then try and wrap this up. One. Okay, actually, I'm just gonna copy whatever slightly different gray they have for this. I can appreciate how Shredder is, though, that he's just all made of like large, mostly flat shaded like other grays. That is totally my style, even though I'm butchering him here. Okay, that is. I did the hand from the wrong side. Means this one should probably be about 90% size. Okay. And we need some spikies. Is that the color from that? See, I don't have enough different grays. That's my problem. You get changed to this gray. Because then I can take this gray. And it should match your, oh, never mind. We have an even lighter one for bladey things. Yeah. Shounen CareBears is one of those things where I'm pretty good at coming up with weird ideas, and I also really like what I came up with for the look of the Care Bears. They look so both cute and like metal, like with the when they get out the wings and they each have their own different lightsabery weapon that they convert the stars into. There's like they are somehow weirdly both cute and metal, which is a pretty awesome aesthetic, if I have to say so myself. But so it took a long time. Oh god, the problem is I keep zooming in and it's adjusting the scale of the slider and it puts a limit on it based on how close I am, and then I can't see the image, which is driving me nuts. If I keep going in and out. Over here. I don't need to copy your blades entirely, but I need, like, inspiration, right? It would be, like, kind of like this. I think they're going to be pretty similar. The problem is to get the lines to not line up perfectly. Maybe, like, tilt them a little bit. Now, can I just copy this one and flip it over? Probably too easy, right? Make it slightly larger because it's the closer side. You know what? We're 10 minutes over. He needs like a little bit more, like I can't quite just cheese it like that. Like, he's got to have a little bit more going on. First off, this shoulder is now way too small. Bigger shoulder. Oh, he needs blades on the shoulders, too. Oh, duh. I mean, he needs blades on everything. Not Michael Bay levels of blades, but otherwise all the blades. Oh, that looks good. That adds just that little extra tiny bit of detail to make it look less like garbage. Yeah, did such a trivial amount, but look how much less garbage it looks just with those little extra, like, things under there, even though there's only one there on each side. I think his arms need to be bigger, like, longer. Take this one. Give him an actual pose, like 10% of a pose. Ugh. No, wait, it covers up the Foot Clan. Can I just flip his belt? Sure, why not? No one can tell. I'm so smart. Now he needs here. Ooh, that's not right. Okay, well, let's just start. We gotta cluster this up. I mean, if there was a deadline, I failed. But otherwise, for time pressure, it sorta came together. He's not the worst Shredder ever, right? Like, he's still better than, I don't know. There's probably a worse Shredder out there somewhere. I just want to give him, like, the tiny, just similar to these, I want to give him just that tiny bit more, like, detail for his chest. We turn the chest to the darker gray. And then go up this level, copy a not as darker gray, and give him like, it gave me a line again. Screw you, line. Nobody wants you. I've made this very clear. You can overhang on that side, can it? Or... yeah. Put this over the arms. It's uneven and ugly, but, you know. What do you want? The Shredder! Which is completely different from the Hammer! Okay, what happened to the... why is it not... okay, look, image, property... I have to create it. I have to give it a symbol before I can alpha it. There we go. Oh, right! We got... oh, sorry. No, critical failure. Critical failure there. Will be corrected. Cape. Cape shade. What the? Okay, I don't know what's going on there. Second. Too many of these layers are not locked. Unlock Cape Shade. So give me outlines. Find my stupid vertex. Want it to come back down here. Give it the tiniest little bit of, like, efforts to pretend that there is effort. So that's one of the keys. If you're doing simple enough designs, the least, like, smallest trivial amount of effort in shade gives you a little bit of a, like, oh, that looks kind of like fabric feel that we're, like, trying to see. Well, this is not a good example of that. I've done a terrible job, but that's okay. Whatever. And then he needs the part of the cape that cloak that comes around the front. That's going to be up in the chestal area. I stopped labeling things at some point. Oh, he's got... This is the over chest, right? Yeah. Aha! Chest plate. That's an arm. Whatever, who cares? Cloak front. This purple is not actually dark enough for me. It's like it's not contrasting as much as I would like with the gray, but that's okay, whatever. This purple does not remotely, like... I'm only calling it purple first off because someone said purple cloak. It doesn't look remotely like that to me. Like that... Okay, unlock pick. Not that one. It's both the same color. It doesn't look anywhere near the same on my model, but whatever. Here, you get in there with the pick of Shredder. Okay. So we have effectively, like, finished Shredder. We need to adjust his size. Yeah. See, this makes... See, one of the things is, because of the style, I have to change it. Okay, hold on. We're gonna change this... I made sort of, like, normal Shredder. I'm gonna get rid of the pictures because they're like making my selection area annoyingly large. But now I gotta adjust him to fit the style more. Like his head should be a larger proportion of his body. More like he should be even larger than that because he's got more of a helmety thing going on. His head should be a little bit bigger than Daggerface's. And in order to accommodate that, I gotta adjust the rest of him slightly. Let's make him a little broader. The Toph's locked on her own area. Whoop, no! Stop it! Yeah, not quite right. I didn't give him the same like isometricness, but They do have large heads relative to their bodies in my cartoony style, so that's more fitting. Like if you put a helmet on Little One, it would be that big, especially his style of helmet. So there we go. We have created some kind of a shredder, a pretty detailed Toph, although at least my shredder's slightly stands out a bit more, whereas Toph, other than the eyes, is basically just copied from that image, but I did my best. So gonna have to start wrapping up the stream now, although I did say at one point I was supposed to, like, I don't know, I was supposed to take suggestions on characters. I said I can sing the Oluana song as most of the different character voices that I can do for TDDC. I was supposed to take suggestions for that. Although if I ask you guys for suggestions, you will find someone that I like don't know if I can do it as. Who would, if I was gonna sing, just before we go, if I was gonna sing the Oluana song as a character from TDDC, who would you want me to sing it as? Just looking at the chat here. There are no answers. I'm guessing it's because they don't want to hear me sing, which is also a valid response. What do you think, guys? Any suggestions? TR4? Do you guys want to hear the Oluana song as TR4? That was the first suggestion that came in. Also, it's possible it's one of the ones that I was, like, ready for. Let's do that. Let's stop my music there. So, of course, if I do it as the thing about this is TR4 isn't going to be able to sing. Like, he's got to sing-talk his way through it, right? I'm TR4, and if you'll forgive, it's time for you to meet your destiny! Because, mortal, you're in luck! I can... Oh, God damn it. I'm out of practice. Because, mortal, you're in luck! Because I can give your death an indefinite reprise! No aging, no wrinkles, not one crease! Fast heal for daily wear and tear! +4 against magical disease! Normal cold and food don't have a prayer! And you'll see... Death spells have no effect. Dying's just not your cup of tea. It'll be my honor to deny that monster. To grant you immortality. But can I still die from? You are such a curmudgeon. Yes, you can still die from stab, slash, or bludgeon. If you get burned or blown up or turned to stone up, don't come crying to me. Thirst, starvation, or suffocation will still void your warranty. But don't look a gift Warforged in the mouth when I grant you immortality. It's the real deal. There's no exchange or refunds. Better than some genie. Immortality! Bump. There you go. Polite clapping. That is the appropriate response there. Okay. And on that note, if you can call it a note, I think we're going to call this an end. Thanks everyone for coming out. And yeah, that's an art stream. I was hoping I could get to more than 2 characters, but I wasn't really that confident. We'll see. I don't know. I was gonna do as a warm up. I ended up running out of time for a warm up. As a warm up, I was gonna do One Punch Man by cheating. Just like turn Little One into One Punch Man. That probably would not take long, but at the rate I go, it takes a little bit too long. So anyway, yeah. Again, thanks for coming out, everyone, and I'm gonna get back to working on Tales from my D&D campaign.